Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about what happens if you get into a car accident. Does DoorDash cover you? There's so many different factors and things, so I'm going to try to cover all of them, and I am getting this from a lawyer's office, so I'm not just making shit up. But I, as someone who owns a business and cover a lot of acrobats as far as insurance, which is generally about the same thing when you're covering independent contractors, I'm pretty fluent in this kind of stuff already because I have to cover a bunch of acrobats. Now, the thing is, when I'm covering an acrobat, when I get insurance for them, I'm actually getting insurance for if they hurt someone. Meaning, if they fly into the crowd and they like break someone's neck or something, that insurance is going to cover that. It never happens. So honestly, that insurance is bullshit. Never really, it's kind of a waste of money. But you have to have it, you know? That's like the bare minimum. Actually, a bike did fly into the audience in one of our last shows. Not really fly, it kind of just dropped, but things do happen. Anyway, so we're talking about coverage on if DoorDash is going to cover you and what happens and all that, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. A lot of people think that DoorDash is going to pay for your car to get fixed. I hate to break it to you, they're not going to pay for your car to get fixed. They are not. You are under what's called liability insurance, meaning if you injure someone else, or if your insurance won't cover it, but you have to have insurance as a DoorDash driver, right? That's part of the policy. If you work for DoorDash, you have to have driver's insurance, right? Some people don't, though. I've seen it in articles, and people let theirs expire and stuff, and DoorDash doesn't really do a good job at following up on that kind of stuff. And as far as I know, I don't believe you have to update it at all, so they should probably work on that, to be honest. But, okay, so what happens if you get into a car accident? Well, if it's your fault, DoorDash is going to cover their car, not yours. Yours is not covered, right? If it's someone else's fault, your insurance is supposed to cover you anyways, right? Because you have car insurance, unless you have liability or whatever it is. Your car is going to be covered under your own insurance policy depending on what coverage you have. I would always probably recommend, if someone else hits you, you probably just want to keep me working out a DoorDash, just don't say anything. I just wouldn't say that I'm dashing if I got into a car accident if someone else hit me, you know? I do have full coverage insurance. I have to, because I'm still paying off my vehicle. And a lot of people are probably paying off their vehicles still, so you're probably covered under full insurance anyways. But if you hit someone, DoorDash, see, there's so much information online where it says DoorDash is going to cover you. That means they're going to cover the other person. So if it comes out of, if you hit someone, you're on the job, and your insurance won't cover all of the expenses or something, they're going to only cover their vehicle. They are not covering your vehicle. That's unfortunate, but that's how being an independent contractor goes. If you want your vehicle to be covered, you got to get special kinds of insurance. There's business insurance, a lot of, I'm not sure which insurance companies do, but some insurances have the upgrade that you can pay for, but that's business insurance, meaning you're covering yourself as a business. You are a business while you are driving around. As crazy as that seems to some people, you're actually your own business. So you actually have to get certain kinds of insurances if you want to be covered like that. And that's kind of a risk that you're willing to take. So let's just read this article from the Amaro Law Firm. DoorDash drivers must carry their own insurance as part of their terms of employment. This coverage must comply with state laws regarding minimum liability limits. Once they have their own coverage, DoorDash drivers will automatically cover. DoorDash drivers will also be automatically covered by the company's own occupational accident policy. This is DoorDash's accident policy. Facts: DoorDash does not require any enrollment or additional fees. Meaning, if you sign up as a DoorDash driver, they have to get insurance for you. So you are actually covered if you hit someone else. So they have to have that liability insurance. It's the same thing for when I'm employing acrobats. When I'm hiring them as independent contractors, I have to get a special kind of insurance policy. It covers them for one entire year, and it costs around $275 for a year. and that covers up to $3 million to $5 million if like someone, I don't know, if the audience member gets into, I don't know, goes into the hospital and it costs them $3 million, that's what it's going to cover basically. Doesn't cover my Acrobat if they get hurt. Let's see. Covers DoorDash drivers while they are making deliveries, meaning not covers your car though. Is an excess to a secondary policy, meaning it kicks in after primary coverage. The driver's own car insurance has been applied and exhausted, meaning your car insurance wasn't good enough to cover the freaking Lamborghini that you hit or something. That's like a good case, you know, because a lot of our insurance is probably not going to cover like ridiculously expensive cars if you run into a Rolls Royce or something. Feel free to, if you guys think that I'm wrong or anything, comment down below. I'm always interested in seeing other debates and stuff, and like, some people are saying DoorDash is going to cover me. I really don't think so, I gotta be honest, but okay. Does not cover DoorDash's driver's property damage, vehicle or bicycle. That's the key information that we're looking for, and this is from a law firm, so I'm not just making this shit up. DoorDash also has commercial coverage up to $1 million in bodily injury or property damage that applies during active deliveries. This coverage, which kicks in when drivers are transporting goods to a customer, applies to third parties hurt, meaning them, not you. In accidents caused by delivery drivers, again, the primary insurance has been exhausted, meaning you still have to go through your own insurance, right? And I have actually seen two people that got into car accidents, said they were delivery driving. Their insurance does not cover them in that case, right? And neither does DoorDash. It's very unfortunate, but your car is, that's what I'm telling you guys now. So if that happens, just crickets, right? Don't say anything. Personal auto insurance policies commonly don't cover job-related activities. To be covered for work-related driving, like driving for DoorDash, you may need commercial policy or other special coverage. Exactly what I just said. If you don't inform your insurer, you may not be covered for DoorDash accidents. Your personal auto insurance policy may not provide coverage, and if it doesn't, the DoorDash accident coverage won't likely kick in. Meaning, okay, here's a big factor. If your insurance doesn't know that you're driving for DoorDash and you get into a car accident, DoorDash isn't covering you, because there's a certain level of insurance that you that's in that terms of agreement that you sign that no one actually reads, that I actually did read one time for a video. It's very long. It was a very long video. Yeah, so you have to have this kind of insurance that's going to cover you as a gig driver, and most of them don't, especially if you're getting the bare minimum. You're not actually covered. What coverage applies if a DoorDash driver caused the accident? The available coverage will depend on the DoorDash driver's status at the amount or at the time of the accident. If the driver was not making a delivery when the crash happened, DoorDash coverage won't apply, meaning if you're driving to a restaurant or if you just dropped off from the restaurant, unless you have the food in your car and you're driving there, you're not covered. So there's so many little small typo, or not small font stuff that, yeah, you probably don't read. So guys, you're not covered. If the driver was making a delivery at the time of wreck, it's not COVID. The DoorDash occupational and commercial coverage would generally come into play after the driver's own insurance has been exhausted. We already kind of went over this, but anyways, what does DoorDash auto insurance cover? When it applies, DoorDash occupational accident coverage provides its drivers up to $1 million for medical expenses with no deductible or copay, $500 a week in disability payments, $150,000 in survivors payments for eligible dependents. Similarly, third-party victims, DoorDash covers up to $1 million in bodily damage or property damage. Interesting. Didn't know that. Anyway, so see what I'm getting at, guys? You gotta, if you want to be covered, you have to get commercial insurance. It's unfortunate, it costs a lot of money, and in my opinion, it's not really worth it. Just be a really safe driver and just use your own car insurance. And if you get in a car accident, crickets. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoy these videos, hopefully you find them informational and you can learn something from them. If you enjoy these videos, subscribe and also smash that like button for me. If you haven't yet, check the notification bell as well. We will see you guys in the next one. Comment down below what you guys want me to talk about next. If you have any questions, you can always email me at tannermarkleybusiness@gmail.com. And also check out my footwear company, OffAxisAthletics.com. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.